your favorite YouTuber. Well, probably not, but hello, viewers. It is Marauder Studios. Yeah, so it's me. It's been a decent amount of time since I did a stream, so it's because the last time was like really unsuccessful, so it just like ended for some reason. Hopefully this one is actually working. So I guess I can tell by if I get any viewers or not. Because I remember one of my last ones was like, oh, I've been streaming and nobody's watched. I needed like, and I was like, yo, I asked one of my friends, I was like, can you see if the stream's up? And he's like, I don't see it anywhere on YouTube. So, I don't know. And then like I tried again and it worked, but I was like only able to stream for like 8 minutes or something. Like it was weird because like I was still streaming. Like my PlayStation still said I was streaming, but on YouTube the stream ended, which was really weird. So I don't know, hopefully there's no problems this time. Like, I usually always just put, like, stream and crash just for, like, a disclaimer, like, oh, it could end randomly. So now I actually have a reason to really put that in, my, like, description and all that. Oh, look, there's money right now. I'm gonna go, in the game. So I'm just gonna be, whenever people join, I'm gonna be telling some of my funniest stories. Like, life stories. I think it will be a funny stream. It's because I'll be telling, like, my funny stories. So, yeah, I think it should be 45 minutes. You found the funny, yo, Annual! Yay, okay, I'm glad the stream is actually working, so. Yay. You found the funny? No, I don't exactly know what that means, but okay, so basically I'm just gonna be telling some of my funny stories. So now people are actually here, I can start telling you. Okay, so one of my funniest stories is when I have the funny, okay? So one of my funniest stories is when it was the day I was so scared that I was actually going to die. Like, it was pretty serious. It was back in 2020, so, like, not actually too long ago, like, 3 or so years ago, I guess. Actually, yeah, about 3, it was actually just recently passed. It was, like, summer of 2020, like, July time frame, so it was about, yeah, like, almost, basically, just, like, 3 years ago. Okay, so basically, it was a day I actually really thought I was gonna die. Like, I kind of thought it was, like, I just couldn't imagine. Like, I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't ever tell myself that I was actually gonna, like, survive it. Like, I was pretty scared for my life. Okay, so, it's, I don't know if it's it's more of a serious story, I guess, than a funny story. But, yeah, it was pretty serious. So we go down, it's like, I guess, it's like July time frame, 2020. It's the most 2020 vacation ever. So we go into this vacation spot in Florida, and it's really nice. It's Destin, Florida. We go there because it's like our favorite vacation spot. We go there almost every summer. So what we do is we went down there in 2020, one of the worst years, definitely one of the worst years ever. At least, especially for taking a vacation. So we go down there. And we were a little bit worried because there was a warning for like a hurricane, and where I live in the US, I don't have to worry about hurricanes. Hurricanes are, because I don't have to worry about hurricanes ever. I mean, maybe like a little rain from them, but yeah, the thing is, I don't worry about that. Or I also don't have to really worry about flooding because I live close to a mountain. So that usually just drains off. I usually don't have to worry about that. So whenever I get a flash flood warning, I'm like, oh, that's alright. We live in a mountain. That doesn't matter. Like, I get why they put them out there, but for me, I'm usually not too worried about them. Okay, but anyway, back to the story. So, what happens is we go down to the vacation spot, and there's a big hurricane warning. It's like maybe a Category 2, Category 1 hurricane, so not too serious, not like a Category 5 or something. Or I think it's yeah, Category 5. So that's the worst, I believe. Okay, so there's the hurricane warning is pretty bad. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm a little worried, but I think we'll be alright. So then what happens is we spent a few days down there. Hurricane finally happened. It was beginning and of course the worst time that could happen, night. It's beginning at nighttime. So it literally sounded, for those that have never had a hurricane before, if you wanted to hear what it sounded from the rental house, it sounded like ocean waves crashing on the side of the house. That's what it sounded like. If you don't, like, it was so loud, and we were worried if the power goes out, we would have to call it quits the next day. Like, we would just have to go home. Because, but what happens is the hurricane, well, the hurricane finally decides to hit. And it was a little bit scary for somebody who's never been involved in a hurricane before. Because like I said, I live up north from, like, Florida, so, like, I don't ever really have to worry about that. Not gonna exactly give my location and dox myself on stream. Don't feel like doing that, so basically, I don't ever have to worry about that. So, this, for someone who's going through a hurricane for the first time, it's a little bit scary. So what happens is, we keep getting alerts on, like, the phone and stuff. Like, I guess on my mom's phone, because there's, like, charging, since I don't have a phone, even still this day, but that's honestly 5 minutes ago. Okay, but anyway, I'm getting off topic, so, we keep getting alerts that it's like, hurricane warning is coming, a hurricane warning, flash flood warnings and stuff, and it's kind of getting annoying. Oh shoot, I messed up that jump. So, like, it's kind of getting annoying, so I've charged the phone in another room, because I'm like, all these alerts are getting just really annoying. So then, I'm trying to go to sleep, but we kind of have the TV on just because of the Weather Channel, like, in case we had to, like, evacuate or something, for example. So, we have the Weather Channel on, because I'm not really asleep, but I did kind of go to sleep. Well, then, what wakes me up is that the TV turns off, and it goes to this black screen. We didn't lose power, but it goes to this black screen. And what happened was, on the black screen, it shows that a tornado has now come in. So, tornado sirens are the scariest things, personally, I've ever heard, and I am terrified of them. So, like, I'm pretty, like, the thing is, I don't think they really have tornado sirens in Florida. Well, they might, but, like, it's just hurricanes and, like, monsoon and stuff in Florida. Like, usually they don't have to worry about that, but I am pretty scared of tornadoes, because, again, where I live, tornadoes is a big deal, like, because definitely one of the rainiest states, so, yeah, that's not, like, every once in a while there will be a tornado, so, like, but I am absolutely terrified of tornadoes, so when I see that pop up on the screen that there is a tornado that is starting to begin to so, it's a hurricane and it's a tornado. I couldn't even think past it. Like, I'm thinking that, I don't know exactly what was going through my mind, but I don't ever remember just, like, thinking past that moment. Like, I don't think I ever told myself that I never, like, imagined just, like, making it home and telling myself that I was gonna get through it, because it was so scary. Two of the most deadliest storms were happening in the same place, and it was my first time in a hurricane. It's raining heavily. There's sound of ocean waves crashing on or at least what it sounds like, ocean waves. It sounds like ocean waves are crashing on the side of our house, and that's how heavy and, like, how a hurricane basically sounds, and, like, how heavy the rain was, and it was pretty scary. But after about it happened, so, like, and then I finally went to sleep, even though it was pretty hard. I just remember going to sleep, but I was very worked out and stressed. Hi, Epic Ninja. So, like, I was very worked out and stressed about it, and I really thought that was definitely one of the moments in my life where I thought it could have been it. Like, this is the last run. Like, I really thought that could have been one of the things, but I survived the next morning. There was a bunch of debris everywhere. there was like the pool. So like we had a pool in the rental house, and like the pool was like green. Like it wasn't like it was green, and we had to get like a cleaner. There was a bunch of debris in there. It was just everywhere. Like it was really bad, and I could definitely one of the moments where I thought it could have been over, but that was like 3 or so years ago. About like 3 or so years ago, and to quote Elton John, I guess I'm still standing. So, it was just, yeah, it was a really scary experience. Like I know the title of the stream is Funny Stories, and I'm telling a really scary story, but I'm just saying I did not have a good encounter with my first hurricane combined with a tornado there. So that's the first story. Now if I'm telling again, there was another funny story that I can just think of. It happened like a really long time ago, but basically we were at my grandma's house. It's kind of like, and we were just outside like chilling on the deck, I think, and we were like outside, just like in the yard and stuff. Like I think we were like tossing around the football. It was night, so and what happened is, and then there was like we saw like this cloud that was shaped like a ghost, and then of course I'm like I think I'm like 7 or so years old at this point, so I'm still that's really bad. Okay, so like I'm kind of scared of ghosts, like. Even to this day, like, if ghosts are even real, that is, I'm still pretty scared of a ghost. Like, especially if they're real. That's pretty scary. So, I mean, like, I know they're mostly just fake. I'm not really scared of, like, Halloween ghosts and stuff, because that's just ridiculous. But, like I said, it's kind of scary. So, what happens is, again, I'm, like, 7 years old or something. I don't know why I can never actually get that joke. But I'm, like, 7 years old. Or something. So, I mean, you gotta think about it from my perspective of being scared of ghosts, like... Okay, you actually scared me there. You scared me there. Like, I actually legit thought, like, that was... You scared me, actually. Okay, but, so what happened was, this is like the funny part of the story. There is just and then I think it was after going in, like, the lights were, like, turned off in the room. We're like, what's going on? We see a ghost-shaped cloud, and now all the lights are off. So, like... What's going on here? So then, what's funny, what happens is, I see and then this is kind of where I knew it was all a prank and stuff, because my brother just comes out, and he's wearing, like, a blanket, and he's pretending to be a ghost, and, like, okay. And we kind of got a good laugh at it, I kind of got a good laugh out of it. It was pretty funny, I think, considering that it was just... kind of playing around and stuff, and hi, yo, what's up, Nelson? Yay, glad you could make it, telling some funny stories. Nelson, I don't know if you want to hear about the hurricane story, but if you want to hear about that, I can retell it, because it's actually kind of funny. Like, it's kind of a funny story. It's my first time ever being in a hurricane, and like, I was a little scared. Well, I wouldn't say actually a little. I was terrified. Like, I wouldn't say a little. That's a little bit of an understatement. I was very scared. But, to be fair, it's my first time in the hurricane. Can you really judge me? So, okay, fine. People almost died. Yeah, I actually did. Like, I almost actually... And did you 1v1 a hurricane and win? Not exactly. So what happened was... it happened in 2020. It happened in 2020. Of course, 2020, of all years it had to happen, it was 2020, right? And it was the most 2020 vacation ever. So we go to this nice spot in Florida where we have a vacation almost all the time. At least try to do it every summer. We haven't done it in a while. I think it's probably because of the hurricane we haven't done it really. But we did it in 2020 or so. And there was like this hurricane warning, so we were a little worried, but not like so incredibly worried about it. So we still decided to go on the beach trip. And a few days, and it was the night of, I think it was a Tuesday night, and that was our third day of being down there, a Tuesday. So there was, oh dang, my MLG trick. Okay, so like third day of being down there. What I keep, this guy deserves better. Okay, but like it's third day of being down there, and the hurricane I think was gonna hit that night. Like it was gonna finally hit, like, after a few days of being a little worried about it. Of course, you gotta think about it from my perspective. I have never gone through a hurricane before. I live in a part of my state where I don't ever have to worry about that or flash flood warnings. The only thing I really have to worry about is, like, thunderstorms and, of course, tornadoes, which is the scariest to me. And even after going through a hurricane, tornado still tops the scariest, like, storm to me. But anyway, so what happened? Yeah, so basically, the hurricane hits. I'm super scared. The phone alerts are going off. It is like 2 a.m. and it sounds like ocean waves crashing on the side of the house with heavy rain, lightning, and stuff. We still have the TV on because the Weather Channel and stuff. Like, we kind of have to keep up with what's happening because we have to like evacuate. So then what happens is, so here we go. So it's like 3 a.m. I think. This is the really scary part of the story. So then the screen, I'm up for this. I'm kind of like half awake, and this is what really gets me up. So what happens is the TV they're watching goes black. We still have power, but like the TV is on a black screen now, and I don't know what's about to happen. Then it says there is a tornado near your area, and you need to, like, I don't know if it said something like seek shelter now or something, but it was like, at least the tornado was like, I think probably like 10 or so minutes away from the rental house. So, great. There is my worst fear, which is like a tornado. And then there's also a new storm that I've never experienced that is really intense, a hurricane happening at the same time. Which is, yeah, it's pretty scary. Because tornadoes are already like my biggest fear. If you've never listened to a tornado siren, you actually may be good, because like you might not want to. It's like one of the scariest things I've ever heard, especially here where we have one of the most, like, especially in the state I live, tornadoes are kind of like common. It's more of like a every 5 or so month thing. 'Cause, like, the last tornado here took place in like March, so to be fair, that is tornado season, like springtime. So anyway, so yeah, what happens is the hurricane hits, there's a tornado also, and and after 10 or so minutes, the tornado, oh man, what did I do to that guy? The tornado goes away. It like spun out, which can happen. The tornado just didn't have enough momentum and stuff. Like, it spun out, so there's no more tornadoes, which is really good. Oh, dang it. This writer deserves better than me, because I just keep killing this guy. Because I don't know how to play, well, I do know how to play the game, but not well. Sorry, writer dude, that I'm playing right now. But, yeah, it's pretty scary, but the tornado goes away, and I finally managed to go to sleep. The next morning, there's debris everywhere and stuff. Yeah, it's just debris everywhere. It was definitely an experience, and my guardian angel was definitely looking out for me. I don't even know how many prayers I said that night. Like, like I said, I didn't think past that moment. Like, I didn't tell myself. I never remember telling myself that, like, it's okay, we're gonna make it through this. We're gonna get back home. But I don't remember ever telling myself that. And that's kind of how scared I was, that it could have really been it. Like, I feel like I was probably safe. I feel like I probably wouldn't have died now looking back at it. But, yeah, I think it was probably, I think the reason for thinking I might have died is because, oh, it's a new experience, new, and then there's a tornado to add to what is already, like, my worst fear, to add to a new storm, which I've never experienced before. So that's probably why I thought I maybe would have died. But, I mean, yeah, it was, like, pretty upsetting, definitely. Like, I don't know, it was, yeah. I mean, I've already told that story twice on stream, so that probably just tells you how many funny stories I actually have loaded for you guys today. Yeah. I mean, I already told one of the, like, ghost stories, which was kind of funny. That was just my brother playing a prank on me, though, so. Wow. Yeah, that's the hurricane story, Nelson. That's it. Okay, I gotta go, but have a great stream. Alright, see ya. Have a good day, too. Bye. Okay, so, yeah, there's that ghost story that Till was just prank, I mean, not Till, sorry. That my brother was just playing a prank on the thing goes. And, so yeah, there was the ghost story, the hurricane story, and what other funny, just, like, stories do I have that are either, like, funny or just kind of stupid? Let me think of one. I'm trying to think if there's just one that was just absolutely hilarious, like, frick. What other, like, really funny stories do I have? I do have one. Now I think about it. Okay. So, one of the first times being home without my parents there. Because, like, they wanted to go do something, and, of course, we're all old, at this time, we're all old enough to be staying by ourselves and stuff, and not trying to kill each other. Well, at least we thought that, because my brother decides to pull another one of his pranks, like in the ghost story, and what happened is that, he decided, it was funny, instead of, like, actually grabbing, like, a pool noodle, for example, he grabbed this hanger and pretended to be, like, the Joker. And he's like, I have you hostage or something. And then he was singing, like, this song as well, and it was just, like, it was so funny. And then we went up to him. Me and my sister, like, went up to him. And then we just took the hanger from him. And then we started singing the song back to him. It was hilarious. Like, it may not sound that funny. It kind of sounded weird. But yeah, again, at this point, I don't even know how old I was. I think I was probably like 9 or something. So, it was probably like 5 or so years ago when this happened. So, like, yeah, it was kind of funny. Like, he was just playing a joke. Like, we knew he actually wasn't gonna, like, do anything to us, but, like, it was funny. He started, like, singing, like, this song, and he was just like, I'm the Joker, and he was holding this hanger, and he was laughing when he said it, too. He was like, I'm gonna hit you with this. It was hilarious. So, yeah, there's that story. That story was pretty ridiculous. But yeah, I will say it is a little bit funny just because like we didn't believe him, and he was even joking by himself. Like, we knew he was joking, and yeah, it was a little bit funny. It's one of those stories that, like, probably is not that funny to everybody else, but it's still one of those inside jokes, I guess. Like, it sounds weird retelling it, but it was actually pretty funny if you were there. Like, it was pretty funny. So, I'm trying to think of the other funny or semi stories that I have. Oh yeah, this is a story that was like literally a bruh moment. Like, this deserves the king of bruh moments. Okay, so it was a week after a tornado hit my city. Like, it didn't do any damage, but like the sirens and stuff went off, which is pretty scary because I'm scared of like tornadoes and stuff, just because like I probably have a really bad experience with them from 2012. So, something like that. My first ever, like, tornado probably traumatized me, and that's why I'm so scared of them today. So what happened is so there is a tornado, another tornado warning the next week after a tornado hit. Yeah, that doesn't seem possible, but no, it is. So, you know, I was pretty scared last time. I'm pretty scared this time as well. Going into it, it's like dark and gloomy outside, and it is gonna hit at around like 3 a.m. again, or 4 a.m. or something. So what I do is I tell my sister, who also has sort of a fear of tornadoes, probably not as big as me, or maybe about the same level, I don't know. So I tell my sister, I'm like, we're gonna stay up all night and watch the weather. Watch like the weather channel, I guess. And then when the tornado finally comes here, and because like we expected it. We expected the tornado to go off. And of course, I am usually, like, when I tell my family and stuff, like, oh, there might be a tornado this week. Oh, they're like, oh, don't worry about that. And I'm like, why? It's a serious situation. I'm like, why would you not want to worry about a tornado? Like, I know you're not trying to, like, I know you're just, like, not trying to stress about it, because usually, like, especially how many tornadoes we've actually been through, like, none of them have killed anybody in my family, which is really, I'm really grateful for. So, or really done too much damage since the one from 2012, which was just really, really bad. But basically, so we stay up all night, it's around 4 a.m., and finally a tornado warning was issued for my county. And I'm like, okay, the sirens are about to go off. That's what happened last time. There was a tornado warning last time. Now, the sirens are gonna go off. A warning is different from a watch. A watch just means, like, oh yeah, there's, like, conditions for your area to have a tornado. But, a warning is like, okay, yeah, there's a, storm that is probably gonna turn into a tornado. Or maybe there's already a tornado on the ground. So, I'm like, alright, we better get prepared. So sirens have not gone off yet. But I'm like, alright, let's go get everybody. Let's go wake up my brother. We gotta get everybody and tell them to turn on the weather channel, or we might even need to take shelter, or whatever. So, of course, we have stayed up all night watching just the one weather channel. Like, we haven't changed it or anything. Like, we just, that's all we did for that one night. So then, we go downstairs, I wake up my parents. I'm like, yo, there's a tornado warning. And they're like, did you stay up all night? Like, and of course I'm just like, no, even though I actually did. But I'm trying to make it sound like I didn't. And I'm like, I'm just trying to make it sound like, oh, I just woke up and checked the time on my laptop and it said there was a warning, so that's what I was saying. But even though I actually just stayed up all night with my sister, so, watching the weather channel, because we're both pretty worried about tornadoes and stuff. We both know that tornadoes are pretty serious, especially where we live. So, we're just like, alright. Okay, so here we go. The sirens should be about to go off. There's a warning, that means sirens are gonna go off any minute now. So we're all downstairs, we turn on the weather channel. It's like 4 a.m. or something. Then, nothing happened. Literally nothing. Like, sirens never went off. The sirens never went off, and it was just a rainstorm that they thought could potentially turn into a tornado. But no. What the? I didn't even die. Like, no, don't worry about it. You can just all go back to bed now. I'm like, huh? And it made me look, and especially in front of, like, my parents, like, it just made me look, like, really bad. Like, I stayed up all night, and nothing happened, which I'm glad for. I'm glad there was actually no tornado. But still, it made me look really bad in front of my parents. Like, oh, that's... And they were like, see, nothing happened, you had nothing to worry about, go back to bed, it's like 4 a.m. So, I'm like, that was not a good experience, I'm gonna say that. Just because it's kind of funny, just because it was such a bruh moment. Like, I'm glad no tornado actually hit, but it was kind of a bruh moment. Like, I'm like, and they got I know the Weather Channel, like, also another funny thing that we joke about in the family is that since we live, like, in a place that doesn't really get snow, that, like, every winter or so, there's always, like, this one, like, really cold day where they say, hey, there's gonna be it's February, there's gonna be, like, a snow, like, the meteorologists and stuff say there's a chance for snow on this upcoming Tuesday or something. So, I mean, it's always something like that. We're like, snow, bro, we don't get snow here. That's impossible. We ain't gonna get snow. And it's funny because most of the time we don't. Like they always make it out and they always make it out. We always have this joke. It's like the snowpocalypse. The snowpocalypse is happening. But really, actually, nothing really ever happens. But a few times something has happened where I just wake up and I look outside, I'm like, oh my gosh, everything is covered in snow. Like, the last time it happened was December 26th, which was off by 1 day from having a white Christmas. So yeah, that kind of sucked. I'm like, bro, 1 day off? I know one time I don't remember it, because I think I was, like, really young, like, maybe, like, 3 or something, but, it actually did snow on Christmas one time, but of course I don't remember that. But, yeah, that was just, like, thing is, where we live, snow is basically, like, yeah, when someone says snow is coming, I don't ever really believe them. I'm like, guys, you know what state you're in? We don't get snow. It's not Minnesota or Michigan or Washington. Like, the three states with the most likely chance of getting snow are those three I just mentioned. So we don't live in any of those states. So I'm like, do you know where we are? We're not gonna get any snow. Don't get people worried, because like every year there's always like this big rush to the grocery stores. Every time they say it, it's usually like either once every 2 years or like once every year or something, because it's always in the winter. Like it does get, considering where we live, it does get kind of cold. Like I mean, like literally last winter it got to where it was like 5 degrees. Yeah, 5 degrees. And considering where we live, that was so shocking. So. And the thing is, I did go outside that day, like, because I wanted to see what it feels like, especially to live in, like, Canada, for example. So, yeah, so I did go outside, and I literally wore 3 coats, like, three layers of just clothing just to go outside. It was kind of funny. And what was actually kind of good is that I didn't really feel cold until I was out there for 10 minutes. But the cold finally, like, just got through all my layers of clothing that was keeping me warm. So yeah, those are just some of my funnier stories. Of course, so I decided to stream right now and today because unfortunately I go back to school tomorrow. So I'm probably not gonna upload as much. Well, even I don't really actually upload too much now I think about it, but obviously I start school tomorrow, so it's very sad. Today's my last day of summer. But to be fair, I got out like really early, so like I think I got out like last day of April. So it's just that time. Of course, you can't really prevent it. So I'm sad, but I do have to tell myself like it was gonna come. You can't stop it, but it is always like the saddest day of the year to me because I'm like, no, I enjoyed summer so much, and we gotta go back. But summer is gonna come back again, so it's okay. Summer is not gonna disappear, but after 180 days, after like 180 or so days, we'll be back. So that's why I really decided to get one more stream in for my summer, anyway, because I'm like, let's just, I'm free right now, and it's still sunny outside, so I was kind of in a good mood. I'm like, let's just say, I guess also I thought it was an opportunity to see, like, yo, it's my last stream in the summer, so I'm probably not gonna upload too much, like, as much as I did, I guess, even though I don't upload too much, but as much as I did. Like, I'll just say I'm probably not gonna upload too much, just because, like, I won't really have too much time. Like, on the weekends, probably. I might upload on the weekends, but, studying and stuff, I'm probably not gonna have as much time as I did in the summer. Like, every day was kind of like a free time day, and so, yeah, I'm just gonna also just say that, so I wouldn't expect too much content coming out of me for the next months or so, like, obviously on, like, winter break and stuff, which is my next, like, upcoming break. I might upload, I'm still gonna be uploading, I'm not quitting YouTube or anything like that, I'm still gonna be uploading, so, like, I'm not gonna stop, like, even during school, I'm not gonna stop uploading, but today is my last day of summer, so, it is, I'm just gonna go ahead and warn you that it's probably not gonna be, it may be a little bit of a wait for my next video, so, or stream or whatever, like, if I stream, it's gonna be most likely on either, like, a Friday, like, after school's over, or it's gonna be, like, a Saturday or a Sunday, but, you know, it's beginning that time again, so school starts tomorrow. I will say it will be nice that it's only gonna be a 4-day week instead of a 5, so that's pretty nice. I enjoy that. That's good news. Why am I skiing like this? So, yeah, that's good news. It's not gonna be horrible. 4-day week is definitely not as bad as 5, so. Where's that thing I just saw? It's right here. What is this? Wait, are you supposed to walk across this? Wait, actually? Or is this like a zip line? Tira, respond to me. Hi, Epic Ninja. So, wait, can I, wait. I want to bike across this, like, wait. Real quick before the stream ends, wait, can you, like, cheer me on and, like, see if I can walk across this whole thing in Riders Republic? Can I do this? Oh no, I cannot do it. Wait, how many backflips can I get off? Bro, I can only get 2. Or not, maybe I can get 3. Yeah, I can. Anyway, like I'm just saying, I'm gonna go ahead and warn you, I'm probably not gonna be uploading, so. Probably gonna end the stream here. I know I did not tell as much funny stories as you probably thought, like, then again, I did retell a story at least once, because I feel like I had a lot more stories to tell, like, going into the stream, and then I just, like, by the time I started streaming, I forgot, like, all but, like, 3, so. Maybe I'll do a part 2, maybe, like, next weekend, or maybe Friday or something. I don't know. You know, I may do something like that, like, maybe this upcoming Friday I'll stream again if I feel like it, like, again, just YouTube, for me, is, like, a thing I have to, like, I have to feel and want to, like, upload. Like, I want to upload, but usually I just don't, like, feel like it. Like, I'm like, you know, I should upload. I haven't uploaded in forever. But I'm like, yeah, but do I really want to go and work on, like, a YouTube video right now? I'm kind of like, not really. So, like, YouTube to me is something I had to, like, I know that sounds, like, lazy and stuff, but, like, it is something, like, wrong mindset. It's something to me that I have to, like, I really want to feel like. I have to feel like I want to do it instead of, like, because doing things that you just don't want to do just really makes it worse. It makes it miserable, and it actually, I feel like I can pump out better videos, like, maybe better videos with longer waits, instead of just, like, instead of quantity where I just could upload just like a compilation or something of some of my own videos. That makes it better. Like, I haven't uploaded in 3 weeks. I mean, I've streamed like twice since then, so, in like 3 weeks since I last uploaded. Even though it feels like I haven't uploaded in like eternity, but you know. Feels like it was way longer than 3 weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks I'm going back to school tomorrow, but, you know, it's probably, like I'm saying, I'm probably just going to pump out better content, but you have to wait longer. But, like, usually patience, basically when I'm waiting for something that I'm super excited for, this is what I tell myself, patience, usually brings good things. If you wait for it, usually good things will come. Because that is a way that I can just calm myself down instead of like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for the wait. You have school tomorrow? Yes, I start school tomorrow. So I'm sure actually a lot of people are starting school, but like probably in like 2 weeks or so, like 2 to 3 weeks from now. So okay, thanks for the emojis, Epic Ninja. But I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here. Thank you for all those that tuned in and all those that might be tuning in when the stream's over. So. Like I said, school's tomorrow, so I may not just be uploading as much. You know, I'm sorry if you are disappointed about that. I mean, to be fair, if you watch my videos, you're probably not too disappointed that I'm not gonna be uploading. So, or at least for a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna stop uploading, but it may just be a longer wait for some of my videos, you know. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream here, since only Epic Ninja is watching, really. You know, I think this is probably gonna be it. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and thank you who might tune in. But yeah, this is Frogger Studios. Dang, we streamed for 41 minutes. It's Frogger Studios signing out. Bye.